Hi, it's Emily from Emily Loves Pins. Today I wanted to talk about the Summer Magic pin event with Pin and Pop. I've gotten my first box in. Actually, we're going to be talking about the Summer Magic pin event and the first trade arcade. The two events were very close together, so the box that I have received is part of one event and just a couple of pins from the other event. So when I opened my box, there was a card here from Amy. Jen is the one in charge of the event, so I guess Amy probably just sent that with her trade. It says, Summer Magic was such a marvelous event. Thanks for attending and making great trades. It was the perfect start to summer, from Jen. So during that, I made 36 trades. 7 of those were canceled because either the pin was a scrapper, the pin was flawed. I did make a mistake on one of the pins that I sent in, so I'll tell you guys about that later in the video. But this is one that I traded with Disney Crazy Family. That was so exciting. I recognized this pin from one of their videos. It's a cute little glitter poo. You know, Disney Crazy Family loves those Funko Pop pins. Also, another pin that I traded for was this Pumbaa. So for trades, I'm not always looking for my ISOs. I am also just looking for a good trade. So I believe I traded one of the, was it the 100, the little peg people that come in, I think it's 5 to a bag. I traded this Pumbaa. Look, that thing cost $15. And I traded one of those little tiny pins for that. So that was an amazing trade. Oh yeah, some of the little extras in the box with the card. I think Jen knows how much we love Stitch. So some of these are going to end up being traders for me, and some are going to end up obviously in my collection. This was a grail. This right here, this was the chaser pin from a box lunch. It was box lunch, right? Melanie's here with me. Say hi.
Hi.
This was the chaser pin to a box lunch Remy set that we have not been able to get. These people were talking about, I think this pin is selling for like $50 or something. It was wild, but she's finally complete after at least a year, right? Mm-hmm. It had to be at least a year. All right, show one of yours that you're super happy about. Oh, look at little Chef Stitch. Don't mess with the chef. That's from the Food and Wine Festival. Oh, and so while I was doing this pin event, it was one of the days that I had to work. I didn't have very much time, and I was not being careful about what I was trading for. So I did get a duplicate. That's all on me. Once you propose a trade to someone, they can accept or decline. And so if you're not really keeping track of what you have pending, it is possible to trade for duplicates, and but that's okay. One of these will go on my trader board. But yeah, just be careful and take your time with the Pin and Pop event. Jen gives you a lot of time to go through all of the pins and all of the boards, and so really just take that time. Take that time and go through. Pay attention. This little honey cocoa. I think the only one that I need left is Marie. So we're almost complete on this set. Oh, little socks. And it looks like someone made a card for this. Oh, look at that. To keep track of what we traded for. So I traded them the Hatbox Ghost, and they traded me the Chippendale socks. That is a fabulous way to stay, stay up to date with what you have coming in and out. So these are all of these pins I'm showing are from the Summer Magic event. Like I said, I had 36 trades, 7 canceled trades. Go ahead. Ooh, we got another one. I'm looking forward to finishing that fairy tale set. Very cute. This is actually a duplicate of a pin that I have, but it was a good trade, so I traded up for another trade pin. And this cute little guy here, Figment, he's working hard at the Epcot Food and Wine Festival. Go ahead. So this little VHS set, I am trying to, and I don't do very well at it because I don't have a lot of patience, but I'm trying to trade for the entire set and not buy any. I know. People that know me, you're going to think that I've gone crazy because that's not usually my MO. This Grizzly Gulch, the Hong Kong Disneyland, I thought this was pretty cool. Obviously, I've never been to Hong Kong Disneyland, but it was, I guess, Grizzly Gulch is their roller coaster that is the most like, what's the one called?
Big Thunder Mountain.
Big Thunder Mountain, that's what it is. That's their version of Big Thunder Mountain in Hong Kong. And you know how I feel about Frontierland and Adventureland, so. Oh, little Stitch. Melanie loves a 6-arm Stitch, don't ya?
Mm-hmm.
So here's some more. This is a duplicate of a pin that I already have. It's going to be a good trader. Again, the trade that I made for it, I felt like I traded up. This is the last pin in this series that I needed. And pull the lever, Kronk. This is actually a pin that I don't have. Ooh, that was an amazing trade. This is from the Disney Movie Club. Oh, Movie Insiders, that's what it is. And that is from Raya the Last Dragon and his tuck. It's very cute. That also doubles as a ornament for your Christmas tree. This is a cute little Fantasia pin. I'm thinking about collecting whales. I know I shouldn't start another collection, but it's too cute. This was the last one of these that I needed. Whoopsie. So that's 2 sets completed so far. Plenty of ISOs that I've crossed off my list. This was just a pin that I came across that I didn't have. So I like that. We've got Donald Duck in Adventureland. It's a pirate. And so we have a few heavy hitters here at the end. Oh, I found another sticker. Jen does know how much we love Stitch. So there's the Droid Depot. You know, I love me some Star Wars. And Dio. He's very cute. So this pin was one of our big ones that we traded for. You know how I don't collect Olaf, right? But I do, wink, wink. Don't tell anybody. And this one, oh my goodness. I love this pin. So excited about it. It's a beautiful Artland pin. I really don't have too many Artland pins, but it's getting better. And ta-da! Another Best in Show. So now we have 2 whole Best in Shows, right? Mm-hmm. All right, we've got 2. We're getting there, slow and steady. So for the second event, it was the Trade Arcade. Now that was a beta test that I was part of. And so far, only these 2 pins have come. So they're doing a lot of experimenting right now and testing at Pin and Pop. They're having a couple of events really close together. We're seeing how everything goes. And so this is not my complete haul from both events. So for Summer Magic, I had 36 trades and 7 cancellations. This here is all of the trades. My cancellations, we still haven't dealt with those just yet. And then for Trade Arcade, I had 16 trades. And of those 16, 3 were canceled. And these 2 are 2 of the 16, if that makes any sense. So I will have to make a part 2 when I get the rest of the pins, my cancellations from here, and the rest of my trades and cancellations from Trade Arcade. Jen is, as far as I know, looking to do a Trade Arcade on once a month. So I was going to explain a little bit more about the Trade Arcade. So this is my my account on Pin and Pop. So when you log in, you just come up here to the top and you can see that I've logged the pins that I own. They log them as individual pins, series. You can denote grails. There's a pin book aspect that I haven't started yet. I'm not sure what that is. So this is my ticket for the next Trade Arcade. Now at the next Trade Arcade, we will start using trade tokens, which is new. We've never used trade tokens before. But right here, my trades 1. So this starts with the Trade Arcade up at the top. And if I click on it, it says shipping. So these are all of the steps to your trade. First, you accept the trade. Pin and Pop receives your pin. Pin and Pop inspects your pin. I choose auto approve if there is nothing wrong with the pin. If there is no marks on it, if it's not a scrapper, if Pin and Pop approves the inspection of the pin, then I choose to auto approve. You don't have to do that. You can approve every single one. I just choose to auto approve because, I'm the one that accepted the trade to begin with, so I want to finish the trade, if that makes sense. Pin and Pop receives the trader pin. They inspect it. It is verified, and then the other person approves the trade. Now all that's left is the ship. So let's see. Some of these are on shipping. So this is a trade that was canceled. I don't really remember why it was canceled. And actually, if I click on it, there's nothing. Jen will either offer me a retrade or send my trader back. But you can see here. So this trade was canceled. I'm interested to see why this trade was canceled because I know for sure that I did not cancel this trade. So I'm curious if maybe there was a blemish on my Woody that I didn't know of, or maybe the other person just changed their mind. So yes, these are all on shipping. If you go through, so this was one that I have received. So you see there is the tracking number. So this is complete. Ooh, there's a good one. I can't wait to see that one. So these are all Trade Arcade. This one, I am the one that canceled this trade. There was some blemishes on the pin, and it was not verified completely. So it was, damaged in some way. So then you scroll down, you keep going to, there it is. So Summer Magic. So you can see all of the trades that you did in Summer Magic. So these were the pins that I just showed you. All of them have tracking. This was a canceled trade because that was a scrapper pin. You can just see all of that. So also what I want to show you is, if you go back to the previous page, so for the next event, this is so Bakery Boss M is my Instagram name, so that I just kept it for this. It says trade board opens in 9 days, 19 hours. That is the next Trade Arcade that Pin and Pop is having. I pay $10 a month to be in the Pin and Pop club, I guess. And for that, I get a ticket to the event, and I got 50 tokens. Now, that might just be 50 tokens for this event. Again, don't have a lot of knowledge about the tokens, but what I can do is list my traders on the boards. So if you go to all boards, I've actually started a watch list. So there are lots of people who are, let's find somebody with pins. So say I just want to peek, right, at what this person has available. And maybe you know what? I really like this Lilo stained glass. See the little star there? I'm going to go ahead and hit the star. And that's going to put that pin on my wish list. So it'll be easier. Oh, there's another whale. Oof, I might have to get that whale to go in my whale collection. So that's just going to help me locate these pins. Wow, this person has a lot of bangers. That's just going to help me locate these pins later. Uh-oh. Fix me. There's the back. Okay, so let's see what else. Oh, so up here is my wish list. And those are pins that I have put on my wish list. And see, Pin and Pop knows because I have set what my ISOs are. I've gone through their pins. I've said, this is what I have to trade. This is what I own. This is what I'm looking for. So they'll always post my ISOs at the top. And then they will go through, see the other pins that I have starred and highlighted. That way they're just easier to find at the event. So let's click on this Chippendale. And these are all things you can do at the event. But see, I can see what the trader is interested in. And once the event is open, there will be a button that says offer trade. You put your interests on here. That way it's easier to offer a trade with someone. Let's see what else. Also, one thing I liked about the way they did, so the first event, the beta test, they didn't have this, right? You clicked on, and there was no next, right? You had to look at all the boards. You had to go in each individual person, back out, come back in. But now what I can do is just go to the next board. Well, maybe not. Maybe I lied. Next. Okay, so this is the next person's board. Let me see the next board. Now, once the event is going on, all these will be full of pins. But that's a new feature that wasn't there for the beta test, which is making things a lot easier to navigate. And then the only other place I wanted to look real quick, let me go back, is the tokens, because I am not familiar with the tokens. This is going to be my first time using them. But if you click on it, it has here how much the tokens are. Basically, every trade is a token. So how do trade tokens work? A Pin and Pop trade costs 1 token. And this just helps cover the cost of return shipping. So, I mean, if I'm going to use Pin and Pop to trade, so I would just buy the best price tokens, of course. I think that this will also deter people from sending scrappers, you know, sending pins that aren't going to be accepted. I mean, you know, if you're paying for tokens to trade with, then I would think that you'd be more careful. At least I hope so. So that explains trade protection. It explains what if my trade is canceled, which again, this happened to me 10 times, and say I had 36 and 16, so 46, 52 trades. I had 10 that were canceled. So I'll be telling you in part 2 what happens with those. You can retrade. It says a retrade is an offer to trade your pin for a pin from Pin and Pop's collection instead of the original trade. It's a second chance for a successful trade. I think that's a fantastic idea. And then the Pinocchio board, which I didn't know even existed. We all have scrappers in our collection, and it can be especially disappointing to win a trade with Pin and Pop only to find out that your pin isn't authentic. Pins on the Pinocchio board are donated by our awesome community so that we may not always have pins available. Also, if you have a pin that you'd like to donate, please send it along with your trades, making sure it is clearly marked. I think that's a fantastic idea. I will definitely be sending pins for the Pinocchio board. That's about it. If anybody has any questions about Pin and Pop, oh, I need to explain to you what happened with I did have a trade that was rejected. So these are all my traders. Right now it's listed on the pin board for the next event. So when I added my aerial pin to the Pin and Pop website, I did not realize, of course I'm not going to be able to, there it is. I did not realize that there was a gold and a silver version. So when I originally, I had a picture of the pin. I went and found, I Googled the pin to see what it was, and I did not know at the time that there were two versions. And I put the picture of my pin up and said that it was the wrong version. I've since fixed it. I have the gold version, okay, but that's probably why this pin was rejected, was because it was not the pin that I said I had. So just a little piece of advice, just be careful and make sure that you are saying that you have what you have. It was an honest mistake. I'll probably just get this pin back. And since I have fixed it now, I think before it said silver version, since I fixed it now, then I'm good to go to trade for it in the future. So if anybody has any questions about Pin and Pop, just let me know. And until the next box arrives, bye-bye.